Embla Books presents Escape to the French Chateau, written by Rachel Barnett and read by Rosie Jones and James Meunier. Chapter 1. From the gravelled driveway, a crick began to form in Fran's neck as she gazed up at the sheer height of the chateau building. She had to squint to see to the tips of its princess turrets, narrowing her eyes as she took a deep breath. Here we go again, she thought. Another week, another luxury hotel. This time, Chateau Le Champdor, nestled in the early summer backdrop of Loire Valley vineyards and lavender fields bursting with life. All 28 bedrooms of it. Corporate clients welcome. Exceptional service guaranteed. And that was exactly why Fran was here. To check the hotel lived up to its lofty claims. An unplanned, unannounced visit. A spot check. A secret shopper, if you like. Clearly there were worse jobs. Fran realised the bubble of privilege she currently inhabited, checking on the running of 5-star hotels for Wilding Holdings, and it was a far cry from the life she'd been living only months previously. To say she was still adjusting would be an epic understatement. Leaving her in the driveway, the taxi turned, showering gravel in a graceful arc as it headed away, over the bridge which spanned a narrow river, down the impressive length of the drive, and out through the wrought iron gates in the distance. Away from La La Land and out onto the tarmac of the real world. Fran felt the heat from an unexpectedly strong June sun as she tugged and battled to pull her suitcase across the loose stones. She paused when it snagged, then threaded her satchel bag across her chest and did her best to manhandle, or should that be woman-handle, her case across the remainder of the driveway. About to bump the luggage up the curving stone steps to the front entrance, her attention was taken by a rapid volley of French swear words and the appearance of a wiry, dark-haired man of indeterminable age, carrying a rake in one hand. The muttering gained in intensity as he kicked at the gravel the taxi had showered over the grass. At the sight of her, he started, then did his best to package away his frown and smile instead. At least, Fran supposed that was what he was doing, although his face didn't look altogether convinced about it. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Bonjour. Languages hadn't ever been Fran's forte, but she could just about manage the basics, although it seemed her accent was fooling nobody as the man asked in halting English if she needed help with her case. No, thanks. I'm fine. I'm looking for the manager. She gestured towards the main entrance. You wish to check in? You are a guest? He sounded surprised by his own question, but she supposed he did have a point. She glanced down at her sweatpants and t-shirt, then back at his bemused expression. He was probably used to guests arriving cloaked from head to toe in Versace couture. Fran didn't own any couture, no matter what the brand. Oh, are you the new, the new chambermaid? About to contradict him, Fran paused, and before she could correct him, he took her silence as acquiescence and was explaining how she should enter the chateau via the staff entrance. As he gestured around the side of the building, an idea began to formulate. Up until a few months previously, Fran had been working a combination of jobs, one of which was in hospitality. And although the powers that be at Wilding Holdings wanted a head-to-toe report on how efficiently the staff were running Chateau Le Champdor, there had been an assumption that she would make the report as a guest. Nothing more. Nobody had said she must make her report from the point of view of a guest. Fran supposed she should be looking forward to another week of luxury. She'd been given a company credit card with which to pay for anything and everything, could have whatever the hotel had to offer as frequently as she wanted. Had no need to lift so much as her little finger for the foreseeable. Thing was, if she was being honest, she wasn't looking
Sample complete. Ready to continue?